Welcome to the deep dive. If you're looking at generative AI for your business, you've probably hit the big wall. It tends to, well, just make things up sometimes, confidently too. So, our mission today is to really dig into how we can build the foundation to make AI tell the verifiable truth.
Yeah, and in a business context, these AI hallucinations, or even just getting generic, useless answers back,
Right.
it's not just annoying, it's actually dangerous. You base a decision on that faulty output, and suddenly you're looking at real financial hits, maybe even reputational damage. So trust is paramount, and that means grounding answers in solid, verifiable data.
Okay, right. So let's talk about the fix. We hear a lot about retrieval-augmented generation, RORAG. The idea seems simple enough. Stop the AI guessing, make it look up facts from your company's own knowledge base first. But if it's that straightforward, why are so many companies finding it so hard to get right?
Because actually implementing RAG effectively is surprisingly complex. It introduces this huge dependency on a data pipeline. You need this background process that's reliable, automated, and crucially governed. If that pipeline is slow or breaks or isn't built right, RAG doesn't just fail quietly. It can actually create this illusion of truth while feeding you dangerous misinformation.
I remember seeing a stat somewhere, something like 95% of enterprise AI pilots fail. And that failure often comes back to exactly this shaky integrations, broken pipelines, right? Not the AI model itself.
Exactly. And think about the specific ways this goes wrong. You could have, say, a sales engineer pulling up specs for a big proposal. But the pipeline serves up a spec sheet that's 2 years old because it wasn't updated. Suddenly you're looking at potential contract breaches, maybe huge rework costs on a multi-million-dollar project.
Or the security angle, which sounds even scarier. Maybe a marketing person asks about revenue trends. And because the pipeline governance is weak, it pulls a confidential, unreleased Q3 forecast straight out of the CFO's private files. That's an immediate compliance disaster.
Precisely. The model isn't lying maliciously. It's the connection to the factual data that's brittle. To make RAG work, to make it trustworthy, you have to treat it like an industrial process. It's a multi-stage thing, and we can think about it maybe as having 4 key pillars for building that trust.
4 pillars. Okay, let's break this down. Pillar 1, getting the data in. Data ingestion. What does that really involve? Is it just pointing it at a folder?
Well, it starts there, connecting to all those different places, knowledge lies, SharePoint, network drives, databases, cloud storage like S3, you name it. But that's just step one. Pillar 2 is maybe the most critical for quality, data cleansing and transformation.
Right, because you can't just dump raw files, and can you?
Absolutely not. It's that old saying, garbage in, garbage out. You need to reliably pull clean text from messy formats like PDFs or Word docs. Strip out the junk headers, footers, boilerplate text. And crucially, you need to enrich it. Add metadata. Who wrote it? When? What's the source document? Without that context, the AI can't really verify anything later.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, pillar 3. This sounds like where the intelligence really starts. Chunking and embedding. This moves us beyond simple keyword search, doesn't it?
Exactly right. You break the clean text down into meaningful chunks or pieces. Then an embedding model turns those chunks into numerical representations vectors. These vectors capture the semantic meaning, the underlying concepts. So the system understands revenue drop and sales decline are related, even if the words are different. That's key for complex questions.
Got it. So you have these smart, meaning-packed vectors. Where do they live?
That brings us to the final pillar, indexing and loading. These vectors get stored in a special kind of database, a vector database. It's not like your standard relational database. It's optimized specifically for searching based on semantic similarity really fast. Think of it as the AI's searchable, reliable knowledge library. And this whole 4-stage pipeline needs constant security and monitoring.
So when you put all that together, the ingestion, cleansing, chunking, embedding, indexing, all running smoothly on a robust pipeline, that's when the magic happens. The AI shifts from being the sort of unpredictable, creative tool
Honestly.
to something genuinely useful, a trustworthy expert assistant almost.
Definitely. And the productivity gains can be massive. Think of a financial analyst. Instead of spending hours digging through reports, they can just ask, what were the main reasons for margin compression in our European operations last quarter? And boom, they get a concise, synthesized answer pulled directly from the official board presentation and financial reports with sources cited.
It's really about confidence in the answer, isn't it? So the big takeaway here seems clear. If you want to truly leverage generative AI in your business, you have to obsess about that foundation. That RAG data pipeline needs to be constantly up to date, accurate, and secure. Get that right. And the risk of the AI spouting nonsense drops dramatically.
Absolutely. Build that robust RAG system, and your AI stops being a potential liability and starts becoming maybe the most reliable, fact-based colleague you have.
Which leaves a really interesting question for you, our listeners, to think about. If you had that truly reliable, fact based AI colleague grounded in your own company's data, what's the first complex internal question you'd ask it? We'll see you on the next deep dive.